Hey everyone, welcome back to Pick Six, the NFL betting preview show out of the Full Football Podcast. My name is Ollie and I'm joined by my co-host Liam as always. And after two good weeks, it was a pretty bit of a Halloween horror show last week. But let's just move on, put a line through it. Happy Halloween, pal. How's everything going?
Yeah, my bad for last week, mate. That was majority on me. Um, yeah, tight ends. Tight ends is not my. I don't think I've taken a tight end prop. I think I've taken one tight end prop, um, apart from obviously last week. So yeah,
Hmm.
tight ends is not my position. But yeah, mate. Happy Halloween. It is Halloween today, isn't it? I presume this will go out on Friday, though, won't it?
Yep, it was. Yeah, so technically we are just saying Halloween to each other the day after, but that's fine. Um, yeah, all good. Mate, just kick us off. Let's just not talk about last week, not worry about it. Kick us off with your first pick, please.
Yeah, keep it simple. Got a bet here in the Cowboys. I put Cowboys v Lions. Cowboys v Falcons game. Obviously playing in the Dome in Atlanta. Give me over 47 and a half, longest field goal going back to the well. I believe we had 46 and a half last time, and I think in the Cowboys Lions game when I last bet this, that I think it came in three times. Obviously Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys, and is it Young Wei Koo? Young Wei Koo, isn't it? Is
Yep,
his
that's
full
him.
name? Yeah, I've just written Koo. Both of them kicking really well this season. Koo's had a few game winners from the 50 range. So yeah, take that at 10 to 11 over 47 and a half longest field goal.
And Brandon Aubrey is thankfully not on the injury report due to jury duty anymore, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, is he back, is he?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it's
pretty
been a little
crazy.
quiet with him for the last sort of yeah, last
Yeah, that's
couple of
pretty
weeks.
crazy that he had to. Well, I guess Evan has to do it at some point potentially. Um, cool. First up for me, I would like Arizona versus Chicago over 44 and a half points. Obviously, the Chicago defense is good, but I actually fancy the Cardinals to find a fair share of their mismatches here. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. might have a pretty big game. Trey McBride, obviously, last week had a big game. It's a pick 'em. I fancy it to be a bit of a back and forth, to be honest. 24, 23, 24, 21, that kind of scoreline wouldn't really surprise me. The offenses have both been sort of stop and start. Um, yeah, the total has gone over in nine of Arizona's last 12 home games. And actually, between these two teams, it's gone over in six of the last seven. So they have a little history of high scoring games. So kick it off Arizona, Chicago over 44 and a half.
We'll keep it down in the desert, mate. Give me the Bears plus one. Third time lucky, fading the cards. They've stung me twice, but not this time, Kyler. You're not going to do it to me this time. The Bears offense, they were horrible, apart from sort of the last half of the fourth quarter against Washington. Caleb couldn't make a throw, couldn't throw it downfield. Uh, they're now coming up against a worse defense, and I just can't imagine them playing the same. I mean, there's got to be improvement to the offense. So any improvement is going to be a bonus, and they're going to be able to move the ball. The defense is the reason they. I know they eventually lost, obviously, on the Hail Mary, but the defense is the reason why that game was so close. Just Montez Sweat just chasing down Jaden Daniels on pretty much every single scramble. Can sort of see potentially the same happening this week with Kyler Murray. Yeah, to be fair, I'll give the Cards props. They impressed me last week against Miami. Good win, but Miami's. I've come to the conclusion they are not very good. So we won't be picking them again anytime soon. Yeah, I can see this one being similar to the Chargers v Cardinals game, where the Chargers really should have won that one. Obviously, a walk-off field goal, won it for the Cards. So yeah, happily take the Bears.
Speaking of the Miami Dolphins not being very good, I really hate to be boring, mate, but I'm going to take the Bills for I think the third week in a row. Um, they're minus the six. They've won 12 of their last 13 against the Dolphins, and that sort of falls in line with Josh Allen basically being drafted by the Buffalo Bills. And yeah, like you said, I don't think the Dolphins, even though they had Tua back and Tyreek was, beating his chest saying, start me, start me, I really didn't think they looked that great.
No,
So yeah, the Bills have covered the six versus the Dolphins in eight of those 12 wins. I just don't really think the Dolphins are going to be able to keep up. The Bills are sort of just playing, just like I said last week and probably the week before, they're playing just really good complementary football. And until I have reason to not back them, I'm just going to keep on, banging the hammer and taking them. The games, I think it was the 2022-23 season where they played during the playoffs. Those are the only games really that have been close between them recently. Apart from that, it's sort of been Bills by 10, 15. So yeah, I'll promise I'll stop eventually, but Bills to cover the six here for me, please.
If they keep winning, mate, don't stop taking them. I will keep it in the AFC East. Give me the Patriots +3 on the road in Nashville. It's even money, so can imagine it's probably going to move to that 3.5. But quite like that even money with the +3. Now, not much on the Patriots being good for this bet. Just think the way the Titans look this season, they shouldn't be laying 3 to anyone. So I'll happily take it if someone's got some points against the Titans. That's a bonus for me. Um, and the curse that has been going on for this game, where when you play the Detroit Lions, you tend to get smacked around the week after. Whether it's such a physical game against them or it's now on a 0-5 streak for teams against the spread who have played them. Obviously, the Vikings were lost on the Thursday night to the Rams. That was after they played Detroit. And yeah, looks like Drake May, after coming out the game, will be able to start. He was in the last sort of phase of concussion protocol. So yeah, it looks like he'll be good to go Sunday. So yeah, give me the Pats +3.
Very nice. Just a bit of news there, but may or may not be pertinent to our picks. Lamar Jackson does not practice again for the Baltimore
Wow.
Ravens. So yeah, we'll see how that one develops.
Yeah, it's not affected mine. Not affected
No,
mine.
nor mine, but obviously I'm a little bit excited if he doesn't play. Even though John Harbaugh said it was a rest day, but I guess they're resting him again today, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, this line for me has moved a little bit. I think you still got the same price though. I'm taking the Commanders -2.5. This is 7 to 10. Um, I'm just a little bit confused by this whole line in general because the Commanders, as we know, have been rolling on offense all season, and the Giants are, I think, putting it politely, a little bit apocalyptic. And we only need the Commanders to win by a field goal. Okay, then. Jaden Daniels a week closer back to full fitness. Um, and defensively, the Giants are 21st in defensive success rate and 20th in expected points added per play. And offensively, they lead the league in third downs and they have the league's worst red zone touchdown percentage. The Giants are just not a good football team. And for all the Commanders' faults, their defense has actually looked a little bit better in the last couple of weeks. It was sort of haywire games earlier in the season. It was all back to, there was no, was it back-to-back games with no punts on offense? And there was a game with no punts at all, I believe.
Yeah, it's the
Um,
Bengals game, I think.
yeah,
Don't
I
think
think
anyone
so. Yeah.
punted. Yeah.
And I don't think this will be like a total hammering, and we are buying the point, obviously, but I fully expect the Commanders to win this by at least 3 to 7 points. I think the line now is -4, 10 to 11, so I'd still feel pretty comfortable taking that, but just buying the whole point and taking 7 to 10, which is a bit of a cowardly thing to do, but nevertheless.
Nice, mate. We will keep it in that game for my first player prop. I'm going to go Brian Robinson over 61.5 rushing yards. Um, yeah, I don't expect Commanders to run away with this one, but I do expect them to win. Week 2, these teams met. Commanders won with a walk-off. No, it wasn't a walk-off field goal. It was Giants didn't have a kicker and they were in the red zone. I think they missed a fourth down because they couldn't kick it basically, and that pretty much ended the game. But Commanders did not score a touchdown in that game. They got 7 field goals, but they were moving the ball down the field very easily, just stalling in the red zone. They were moving down the field easily because of Brian Robinson. He went for about 120 yards that game. Um, and yeah, I think now we've got the same matchup. 61.5 is the line. Giants' run defense has probably got worse. They're now they're bottom five in yards per game. And slowly and surely the Commanders' offense is improving. So I like the look of this line here. Yeah, Brian Robinson over 61.5 rushing yards.
Very nice. I have got my play of the week coming
Oh,
up.
that was my play of the week. Sorry, I was wondering what was highlighted in the yellow. That is the play of the week for me.
All right, there we go then. Cool. My play of the week is I tell myself I won't bet on Broncos games. I'm going to take Bo Nix over 20.5 pass completions. This is 2023. There's just basically no way that Denver's going to even compete in this game if they don't throw the ball. The Ravens' pass defense is bottom five in drop back EPA per play. It's been terrible all year. We saw Jameis Winston last week have a lot of joy in the passing game. And their running defense is just very, very good. And the Denver run defense has been run offense, sorry, has been very hot and cold. There's been a few games where it's looked like it could be able to support a good passing game. But I really, really don't think anyone's going to have a big rushing game against the Ravens. Um, yeah, they haven't even allowed any running back to clear 55 yards this year on the ground. So yeah, the game script for Denver is going to have to be to throw the ball. And yeah, I think 21 completions. He's probably going to be throwing it at least 35 times, I would think. I can't imagine Denver will have a lead at any point in this game larger than sort of 7 points, maybe if they score a touchdown early. But yeah, I'd be taking his attempts, completions, and passing yard props over this week. Yeah, play of the week. Don't let me down, Bo. Over 20.5 pass completions.
Come on, Bo. We'll take you taking a Denver prop. I'm taking a Bengals prop.
Oof.
Said motto of last week for you was just good players. Just take good players. Jamar Chase over 83.5 receiving yards. He is off the back to pretty disappointing performances, yardage wise, that is. Obviously, he scored a touchdown in both games against the Eagles and Browns. Pretty decent where Browns got a good, their defense is getting better. Eagles, okay, they're solid. They're rookies, but they're not too bad. The cornerbacks there. But the Raiders one has got worse and worse under Antonio Pierce. I don't think their secondary is very good. Christian Wilkins, I don't know what that addition was. They paid him a lot of money. I don't think I've heard his name on the by the commentators. So yeah, I feel like Bengals will sort of get back here, and Jamar Chase is going to be he's going to he's going to have a 100-yard game. He's going to get a touchdown. I think T Higgins will probably be out again. We'll probably see more of Jermaine Burton, the rookie. We can't run the ball for Toffee, so might as well just chuck it to Jamar Chase. So yeah, 83.5 receiving yards going over.
Yep, I'm on your way of thinking, but I'll get there in a second on that one. I'm taking another quarterback prop, which is a little bit strange for me. I don't usually take QB props. I would like Dakota Rain Prescott or Rain Dakota Prescott, whatever his name is, over 1.5 passing touchdowns is 10 to 13. Dak has gone over this total in 4 of his last 5, and the Falcons have given up over 1.5 passing TDs in their last 4 games. Two other QBs who didn't go over this total against the Falcons were Fields and Hurts, who are sort of good at throwing the ball, but primarily playing good rushing attacks. The Falcons have only given up 2 rushing touchdowns all year, and the Cowboys are one of the most pass-heavy teams in the red zone in the NFL. Only 14 running back touches in 7 games compared to 28 pass attempts. I think this one will be pretty high scoring as well. I think we're sort of looking at maybe like a 31-28 kind of game here, which begs the question why I didn't take the over, and I don't know. But yeah, I think Dak's going to 2 touchdowns for Dak doesn't seem like a lot against the Falcons. So yeah, there we go.
I've got another Dakota um,
Oof.
prop here, mate. I was just looking. I've got my spreadsheet here. I was just looking. See, 0 and 6 last week. I was like, what was I successful with? And I found a prop that I was 2-0 with on the season. I know small sample size, but 2 winners out of 2. It's QB interception. So going to take Dak Prescott over 0.5. It's currently 5 to 7, which is a little bit short, but that I thought there was enough value there. He's thrown six in his last three games, two in all, two in each game. Um, and yeah, I just think he's probably due for another one. He's not being not protecting the ball very well. Falcons got some guys in that secondary. Obviously, Jesse Bates made a few plays last week, as he has been. Pains me to see, as he has been. They're actually in the top 10 in the league in interceptions. I believe they've got seven. The top is 10, 12, maybe the Vikings, but then quite a few teams on 10. So yeah, going to take an interception prop, and fortunately, Dak Prescott was the one.
Well, let's hope he just throws up a dolly
Well, he's
early
been
on.
throwing picks and he's been throwing picks and
Yeah.
touchdowns. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys just can't run the ball, so he
No,
sort of has
exactly.
to
Yeah,
just throw whenever he can. Um, yeah, my last pick is just one of those where you see the stats at the end of the game, you think, why didn't I just back the over? And I'm just taking Justin Jefferson's over, mate. 86 and a half
yeah.
receiving yards. Finishing off with all due respect to Jamar Chase, who's probably top three, I'm taking the best receiver in the game. Jay Jettas against the Colts, who have given up some serious yardage through the air this year. In 8 games, 7 players have gone over 86 and a half receiving yards, and fully expect more of the same in this one. Joe Flacco started at quarterback, so the Colts may have a little bit more of a stable offense than just Anthony Richardson either launching it 50 yards or throwing an interception. Yeah, less chance the Vikings run away with it, I think, with Flacco at the helm. They might run the ball a little bit less. Yeah, this is just going back to the mantra of backing good players to do good things. Justin Jefferson over 86.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, that will definitely go in the little bet builder on
I
Sunday
could see
night
a
for sure.
Chase 100 plus TD, Jefferson 100 plus TD. I can see that.
Oh yeah, okay.
You probably get a little bit of value on that for sure.
That's the
Um,
lean, the lean for the weekend.
yeah, yeah, back it heavily. No, bet responsibly always. Um, okay, mate, go through your picks again for us, please.
Game lines, we went Cowboys and Falcons over 47 and a half longest field goal. Went the Bears plus one, or money line, whatever you want to do. Then Patriots plus three at even money. Player props started with Brian Robertson over 61.5 rushing yards for the Commanders. Jamar Chase over 83 and a half receiving yards for the Bengals, and Dak Prescott of the Cowboys to throw an interception.
Very nice. I've got the over 44 and a half in Arizona, Chicago, Bills minus the 6 against the Dolphins, Commanders minus 2.5 against the Giants. Player props, Bo Nix over 20.5 pass completions, player of the week. Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing TDs, and Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson over 86.5 receiving yards, which brings us on to, by the way, just obviously this is going to go out after the game, so it might look really stupid. Why are the Texans plus two dogs tonight?
I
I'm
don't
not sure.
know. I mean, I've got a bet on the Texans, but I just because I just have to. I can't see that line and just think I've got to take it. I mean,
I mean, Sod's
obviously
law
Diggs is out,
gone.
but
Yeah, I don't know. They've got quite a deep
still, the
receiving core,
Jets are
though.
just bad.
Yeah, I don't know. That's beyond me. I might be editing this or posting this tomorrow morning, and they've won by 50. But
Yeah.
yeah, pretty crazy. I don't understand that one. But next week's TNF, we've got your Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. The total is 49.5, and the spread is 6 for the Ravens. What are we thinking?
I'm going to take the six, mate. Take the six with the Bengals, mate.
Ooh, okay. I'm just going to take the over, I think. Um,
Yeah, it's fair. We had about 80 points that last game.
yeah, I, oh, it's tough because the Ravens run the ball really well, and if they get a stranglehold of the game, no, I'll just stick with the over. I'm not confident enough in the Ravens after that loss to the Browns. To be honest, that sort of sullied their mark a bit for me. All right, cool. Covered everything we had to. Mate, best luck with the picks this week. Hopefully, we are back to winning ways as a pod.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Just run through that Chase and Jefferson bet. You'd be getting 10-1 for 100 receiving yards and a touchdown each.
That's not bad
So
at
that's
all.
yeah, give that out as the weekend lean.
Yeah,
I will do that. Little 50 quid, pay for your beers over the weekend.
absolutely. Yeah, mate, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely, mate. All the best. Let's get back to winning ways.
Absolutely. And everyone else, thank you for listening and catch you.